After a hard-fought battle within the caverns, Husk, you suddenly find yourself awake. Alive, barely. You are beaten, bruised, and riddled with bullet holes.
That kind of happens when you survive a firing line.
You finally come to your senses as you find yourself heavily bound to a metal chair, sitting in the middle of a darkened room and surrounded by a bunch of cloaked and masked figures. One of them walks up to you, like gets down to your eye level and stares at you, and he says, "Finally, you're awake."
Was I caught trying to cross the border?
He snaps his fingers to the guy to his left. Go get the boss. The other one rushes out of the room. As he leaves the room, the others just stand around you, patiently waiting. The other one stands next to the door, and they say nothing.
Oh, come on, guys. At least say something.
This one's just gonna walk up from behind, and he's gonna smack you upside the back of your head. He's gonna shout, "Quiet! You will speak until you are spoken to."
That was cute. Does your boyfriend like it when you do that?
What was your current HP? What is your HP of the last time you were actually?
Oh, I don't remember. I would say check the map. I want to say it was 0.
Like, you were barely conscious at the time.
I want to say the firing line actually knocked me down to unconscious.
Right, but then you were barely brought back alive.
Yeah.
Alright. After a while of more silence, finally, the door opens up again, and in from the separate room comes out a figure that you haven't seen before. You personally haven't seen before. The party has seen before. By the looks of him, appears to be more machine than human. The human structure, but from what you can see, his hands appear to be made out of polished metal, dressed in a very nice business suit with a cane on his one side, and his face burned, almost flesh colored, like raw flesh from the neck up to the base of his skull. His lower jaw is replaced with metal, and you can see its teeth through his mouth, as his lips looked like they were cut away. Very pale very pale skin is seen from the top part of his mouth and upwards, with what you can see is a dark opening to where his nose should be. Head obviously covered by a top hat, decorated in what appears to be bones of a bird. He comes walking in, and he just stares at you for a moment. Brings his cane down and walks to in front of you, waves it, and then in front of you he conjures up another chair. He sits down, and he puts his cane in front of him, crosses his legs, and he says, "So, I'm hearing that you and your friends have been causing quite the stir-up for me and my group.
Who are you?
My name doesn't concern you. What you should be concerned about right now is whether or not you are going to get out of here alive.
You know, I can't get past your face. You got a face only a mother would hate.
It says you. What were you and your party doing in our cave during our festival? Interrupting our plans?
Pretty sure you tried to kidnap me. And apparently succeeded.
We have no qualms with people like you.
Then why am I here?
Well, one of my men was lucky enough to capture one of our assailants. I wasn't going to let that down. I'm going to ask you again. Why were you in the cave interfering with our plans?
Why were you kidnapping nobles?
He's gonna finger wave over to one of his associates over here, and then he's going to pull out what appears to be a small chisel, and the guy in the top hat says, "I'm going to begin counting, and every single time I have to say a number, and you don't tell me why you were there, you're losing a finger."
Okay.
He's gonna wave over to somebody else, and then what you're gonna see is the ground light up in white runes in a circle surrounding you. And as the lights flash, you suddenly feel a pulse of magic wash over you. And he's gonna say again, "Now tell me, why were you there?"
Am I sitting in a zone of truth now?
Yes, you are.
Of course I am. It's what, a will save?
Yes.
Do you want this at the level 4 or the level 5 sheet?
Level 4.
Okay. Let me do a little bit of
Because this
looking
is,
up here. 'Cause
this-
I don't remember if I gained any will.
Yeah, because this technically happened about a month or so ago.
Let's see here. Barbarian. Okay, it doesn't matter. They're both the same.
Hmm, 16. Alright, you managed to pass your way through the zone of truth this time.
What was the question again? What was I doing in that cave?
What were you doing in the cave?
Your mother.
1. And then the individual with the chisel brings it straight down onto actually it should be this guy over here. Straight down onto your left pinky. Chops it right off.
I've been hit harder than that.
I will go ahead and leave you at full HP. Proceed to take 13 points of damage.
Alright.
And it's also inflicting you with bleed.
Yay.
Who were the individuals that you were with?
I'm assuming another will save for the Zone of Truth.
Every question he asks you that you want to resist, you have to roll a will save.
Okay.
No, you don't pass it that time.
How truthful can I be with a zone of truth?
I'm gonna go double check the rules of Zone of Truth. Okay, let's see here. Alright, each potentially affected creature is allowed to save to avoid the effects of which the spell is cast, or when the creature first enters the emanation area. Affected creatures are aware of the enchantment. Therefore, they may avoid answering questions to which they would normally respond with a lie, or they must be evasive as long as they remain within the boundaries of the truth. So you can tell the truth. You have to tell the truth, but you can bend it a little.
Okay. It's a bunch of people I don't really know that well.
That's not the truth.
Fuck.
You have to say something along the lines of, I was with my traveling companions and another group of individuals who agreed to help us.
Okay.
So if you want to go with that, I can go with that.
I have an idea of how I want to word this.
Okay.
Oh, it was just my tribe and a group that was helping us. Technically not a lie.
No. You know what? I'll accept that. What other names?
Yay, another will save.
You fail. Individual names or group names?
Oh, this works out so perfectly. Let's see here. There is Drac, Rose, Gil, Miss Arizona, and the Imperials. Am I missing someone? I feel like I'm missing someone.
There was the cloaked figure, but you didn't know who that was.
And some random dude I didn't know.
What significance was the kidnapping to you and your group?
You took one of my tribe's family members.
Which one?
There is going to be a lot of will saves here, Josh.
I know. I'm well aware.
The blue elf.
Really now? So one of your traveling companions is related to. Oh, I forget her name. Give me a second. Neana. That must mean that your traveling companion must be the eldest brother of the Zyrus family.
Hell if I know.
What do you and your friends know about our organization? You pass.
We don't know shit.
Give me a bluff roll now. Ooh. Hmm. You know, this would be so much better and so much easier. You would just cooperate. 2.
Yeah, but where's the fun in that?
2. Chisel comes down again and cuts off your thumb on your left hand. Nine points of regular damage and 2 bleed.
Alright.
Very well. We all have our names now. You 3. Start looking into this. They're gonna bow. You can't really see them, but they're gonna bow and they're gonna make their way out.
I did not give a real name to a single member in our group.
No, but you fucked up.
I know I fucked up.
You fucked up.
I just fucked over the Imperials, didn't I?
Not just that. You also threw Anathil's real name out there.
I threw a real name?
Yeah, Arizona is her real name.
Fuck!
Now, as for payments for all of my men that you've killed. 3. Off with your index finger.
Yay.
4. Middle finger.
So I just have a ring finger on my left hand.
$30 more points of damage.
Ow!
So yeah, you are now with only just your ring finger on your left hand.
Nice.
I'm going to ask you one more question.
Okay.
What are you and your group's plans?
You're gonna have to be a bit more specific with that.
Where are you going?
Technically speaking, this is not a lie, Josh. We didn't really have any specific places in mind that I remember.
Alright. No, that is telling the truth. That is telling the truth. Oh, I do remember. You missed John. You forgot about Jim. You forgot about Jim Jum when you were naming names.
That's right.
But the problem is, John doesn't have
A cover name.
a cover name. So you would have called out his actual name, John. Yeah, technically you fucked up twice. Or 3 times there. The Imperials, Anathil, and Jean.
It's unfortunate, but I did fail that save.
Mm-hmm. All right. Oh. One last thing before we deal with you.
Okay.
He's gonna take his cane and he's gonna run it. As you're sitting, like you're like palms down on the arms of the chair. He runs his cane in between your index and middle finger on your right hand, across the back of your hand, and to the right of it at the wrist. And he says, right along here, ensure that he can never wield anything again. And then he walks out. And the two figures turn to you. One holds down your one arm, and the other pulls out a razor-sharp dagger and starts carving.
Yay.
You pass out from pain.
Okay.
That was
Not the fingers I was expecting to have left.
So now you are only left with your ring finger on your left hand and your index and thumb on your right. This interrogation was about a month and a half ago.
All right.
During that time, you've been spending a lot of time locked up in a small room with the rest of the nobles that they were actually able to teleport away, having no idea where you are. And thanks to them, you didn't bleed out and die from your injuries. Although they do show you a lot of sympathy, considering that you are the one that got the worst of the punishments. Some of the nobles that you see are slightly deformed from broken bones that healed incorrectly, gashes, scars that are going to be left on them for the rest of their lives. You are barely kept alive with food and water. Your hands are properly bandaged now, so that way infection doesn't happen. Made from the cloth of the clothing off of these nobles' backs. Until one day, the nobles found a plan. They found a loophole in order to escape.
Okay.
You all devised a plan. And then one night, during the changing of the shifts, you execute the plan. There was a team of 20 of you. And 20 of you were capable of pulling this off. You were one of them, despite your injuries. So Brady.
Yes.
Are you feeling lucky?
I'm always feeling lucky.
Let's sure hope so.
Am I rolling it or are you?
You're rolling it. This is all on you. Out of the 20 of you that executed this escape plan, 6 of you got out. Running away from your captivity. It takes you a while to figure out where you are. Until you finally come across a town. And you see ocean beyond it. And Brady, you find yourself in the town of Tomorrow. It's right here.
Oh boy.
Immediately, you and the 6 nobles that managed to get out contact the guards. And they start taking your statements. And they gather you all in, and they start asking you questions of what's going on. What happened? You know, everybody gives their statements on how they were teleported away from the Lumina Festival. They were tortured and questioned and kept for what they could assume was ransom. But then everybody gives credit for you. And they say, you know, he was given the worst of the treatment. And of course, the guards inspect the damage to your hands, and fortunately, there's nothing that they can do for it. They do offer you, however, some information and insight for places that you can go to get it fixed. As the development of Magitech is slowly, starting to become a normal thing. So they tell you that you can catch a ride to the Markle Research Facility and get it done there, or any of the higher end capital cities, including the colleges, if you can get to them. However, it's not cheap. So Brady,
Yes.
you are now free from the helds of the Kings of Chaos. However, you are now dead broke, and you have none of your gear.
None of my gear.
None of your gear.
Yay.
So, where Usk's story goes from here, we'll find out later on. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the stream. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the stream. I hope you all enjoyed that. That was pre-recorded about 3-4 days ago, because Brady had a nice change in his schedule, and now he is able to return to the Culmination of Avalon. So, of course, we have to figure out how Usk's story is going to go. Now, with his devastating injury to his hands at the whims of the Kings of Chaos, it's going to be interesting to see how he goes about navigating Avalon, how he's going to get it back his gear, and most importantly, how he's going to find his friends. So, welcome to session 27. And I hope you guys are all ready for a wonderful day. Alright. I must also warn you guys ahead of time. It is currently storming outside my house right now. So if my power cuts out and my stream goes down, don't panic, as that is the reason why. So, Matt is going to be a little bit late at the current moment in time, but he is going to be joining us rather soon. As for Ryan, I have no idea where he is. I've been trying to get in contact with him the entire time that was playing, and I have heard nothing. So, fine as it be, we are still going to move on and continue with the story. Gathering my dice. Hey, thunder. So yeah, power might go down. Just a fair warning. Alright, let's go say hello to everyone. Good evening, gentlemen.
Ah, good evening.
Dave is being replaced by some sort of a monster. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good. Yourself?
You know, I really wish I knew where everybody was, but that's fine. I know Matt's on his way from work. Have we not heard from Ryan at all?
No, I haven't gotten anything back from him. It says he's on.
Yeah, it says he's on and he's playing Skyrim.
Ah,
I don't know. It's whatever at this point. Matt's going to be with us in just a few minutes, so I'm not too worried about it. Jim John, are you here?
Yes.
You are very quiet again.
I'm far from the mic at the moment.
Far from the mic at the moment. Alright, fair enough.
he was taking a nap.
Ah, that be why. Did you have a good sleeps, Jim John?
Fuck yeah, I did.
Fuck yeah.
As hell.
Alright. So, aside from the pre-roll, beginning of the stream, let us go ahead and recap of everything that we have done last week. Mostly it was just a massive study session. Mostly was just a huge study session at the first page Grand Library, as everybody just went about their own business, researching specific topics assigned to them with all the information that you guys have gathered throughout the course of time so far. And eventually realizing that some of the information that you guys have uncovered probably isn't the best of news. So reminding myself of what you guys were going after was mostly the strange change in Gil's central magical core, and now discovering that he has the powers of a Black Blade Magus. On top of that, researching a bunch of different things, from the guilds to general history of Avalon to stories of heroes, and some of you guys researching and finding out information more about the organization of the Nine and Akamaho. Upon which, you guys not only meeting the librarian of the first page Grand Library, but also meeting a few other very important people, aka Yokon, the new Oracle of Magic. So, after a day and a half or two, in a quick visit from Professor Ferrora, and strange behavior, you guys gathered up in your room, or in Anethil's rented room on the premises of the library, discussing all of your findings and discoveries and everything, until suddenly you guys are interrupted by a knock on the door with a very upset Typhel standing at the front door. So that is where we are going to pick up.
Oh boy.
In hell, Cody. So, you guys open the door, and obviously Typhel is standing in the doorway, and he calls out to you, and he says, "So, how much longer were you all planning on retaining all this information? And most importantly, why are you looking into her in particular?" Everybody just stands there blankly as if confused.
Taken aback.
Oh yes, I've heard every word of what was spoken in this room. So?
That is not terrifying.
So? How long? How long have you known?
This is the first I've heard of it. I wasn't privy to this information until now. I can't say for the rest of my group here, but
We've had our suspicions for a while. We just wanted to make sure. Suspicions. Do you all have any idea of who you are even looking into? Do you have any idea of who this woman is?
No.
care to enlighten us?
Ooh, I have no idea what we're talking about.
Typhel scolding you guys.
Oh, we're actually being yelled at by demons. Okay.
Dave.
Dave. I want to listen to Chrissy wakes up.
We're in the middle of session right now. Perhaps those little books that you have read never exactly told you how strong and how dangerous this woman is. Why are you all even looking into this at all?
Well, considering it's tied to her dreams, and we're kind of all interconnected in some way or another, it's kind of good to know who we're dealing with.
And what has researching this topic have taught you about these dreams?
That there's a connection.
No
For
shit.
some
We just wanted to know. We wanted names.
It's a baseline. Somewhere for us to start looking.
We know who you are. No, you don't, sweetheart. No, you don't.
No, we don't.
Okay. Well, even if we don't, we still know your name. We still know that somehow all of us are connected. We didn't know who she was, so we did some research. And everything led us to the 9 and to Hino. And what are you planning on doing with this information now? Surely not running after it. That's suicide.
What would you suggest then?
Drop it. Anethel looks a little confused and she says, "Why would we? Like, this is information that is crucial. Like, this is going against a lot of the things in which the government kept secret from everyone. And for good reason." I don't know how your government works itself or how it functions, but keeping Hino's name and her reputation under wraps was probably the best thing that they could have done for this world. Now, and I'll say it again. This information, stop chasing it. You all wouldn't last less than a second with her. She is not a woman to reason with. You seem like you know her personally. I don't. I've only encountered her. Long time ago.
How'd that end up?
What was that, Gemini?
How did that end up?
She burned my home to the ground.
Why does that not surprise me?
Oh.
She ruined everything that I was working towards. Everything my father and I have built up, she destroyed.
Yeesh.
And now, here I am, standing in front of all of you, somehow connected by you, and he gestures towards Anathel. And now your dreams are somehow telling us that we're all connected and we are to all work together in some sort of way to defeat this big evil thing that you see whenever you have a bad dream.
I mean, let's be honest. If we truly understood how it worked, we wouldn't have to research it. And whilst we are trying our best to understand these dreams and the meaning behind them, we must sadly cross some bridges that apparently are better left broken and decayed.
If you all think that you're going to try and convince me to work with her, you got a whole other thing coming.
I believe that brings to the first issue of us finding her. I don't think any of us have the first idea of course other than going to New Faris.
As I stated before, you should drop this topic. She is capable of things that you could never possibly imagine. You think the Wanderers are strong? She can 1v5 them easily.
My first instinct was like, but there were 6 of us, and I remembered Morgan. Well, that may be the case. And I don't believe, Typhoon, we are currently going to walk into the front door of New Faris and go, hey, you want to tell us about Hino? I believe right now we are just trying to put a name to a face, just so we can, next time we encounter her within the dreams, we may be able to get information from her.
Like that, as if that happened, as if that is going to work. If I recall, the last time that we had encountered her in a dream, she wanted nothing to do with us.
Gil just kind of shrugs like, I got no idea, man. I can't remember the dreams.
He's telling the truth, Gil. She didn't.
Charming.
So unless if you all can somehow find a way to sway the Demon Queen, I would highly advise dropping this topic and moving on.
Well then, I propose we'll do just that.
I mean,
Do
from
we
what
have a
you're
real
saying,
need to investigate her? What we
not
really need to
currently.
investigate is the dreamscape.
That's true. Let alone her name has just made us to a dead end. I mean, what would investigating her warrant us? Knowing who she is, that's about all we needed to know. There's not much more about her than her name that could really give us information we needed.
Her name leads a long trail. A long trail that connects so many things. It is a part of a much bigger web that none of you are prepared to be caught in. I heeded you my warning. He opens the door to head out, and he stops and he looks back and goes, "Her people and my kind do not get along."
It's Typhel, right? I'm trying to remember his name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Typhel, if I may have a word.
He gestures his head for you to come out with him.
Okay, and I follow along.
It's a conversation you want to have in private?
Yes.
Okay. So the door shuts behind you guys, and he waves his hand over the door. Speak your mind.
Well, in regards to the contract, you have a name to the face. You know who she is. Do you wish to continue to pursue this?
I told you once before, Edon. I am here specifically of finding a bride.
Yes.
I told you that that was not a lie. But a man of my stature and of my power and ranking requires somebody who is almost his equal. The matter of fact that she is the only one that I have been able to find at the moment of worthy of that is almost unsettling. So as you can tell, I am mildly perturbed.
Yes. So where do we go from here?
My search will continue. Your encounter with Professor Ferrora, I also saw. I have a bad feeling about her as well.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings on that one as well.
For you and your adventuring party, I would say just continue on your journey. Get stronger. But most importantly, stay out of the affairs of the Nine.
Shall I return the necklace to Anathel then? We don't want to continue to get mixed up in their affairs. It's probably best if we avoid the dreamscape for the time being.
The dreams in which Miss Arizona has been withholding, I fear as if they are much more broad than just the Nine. I would have a word with her. You have it set up to where your guild was looking for it, correct?
Yes, but it's currently in my possession.
I understand that. Once you get to another major city, have it act as though the syndicate found it, gave it back to you, and have a talk with her. If she wants it back, give it to her. I have no more need of information regarding who that woman is anymore.
So in terms of our contract, I have fulfilled my end?
Your end has been fulfilled.
Alright.
He's then going to wave his hand in front of him. And you're going to see the contract that you signed up here. He's going to snap his fingers. And then the contract ignites from the bottom up.
Pleasure doing business. I hope we don't do it again. I say with a smirk.
Time will tell.
Yes. I best be getting back then.
He's just... He'll nod to you. And then make his way away. Back up we go.
They were talking about gay sex.
Yeah,
Yes. Absolutely.
all those hot demon things.
Just
Alright.
look at me.
Maybe, I guess.
Alright, so eventually the door opens back up. And Edong comes back in. And to answer any of you who are wondering, hey, can we have listened into that conversation? The answer is no.
I wasn't planning on it. I was just gonna ask Elon directly.
Fair enough.
Gil probably having a little sidebar with Anvil look at Elon. So, will we be privy to the information from that, or is it something that must be staunchly kept between you and him?
Unfortunately, I cannot give you any information about what just occurred.
Hmm.
But I can say that my contract has been fulfilled.
Oh, good. Whatever did you end up doing for that favor then?
Unfortunately, I cannot say.
Mildly concerning, Drac, but I'll put nothing more on it.
Know that my life hangs in the balance if I were to speak out of turn for it.
I won't argue with it. Magical contracts are magical and weird jargon. Yeah, I know how they work. What are we on, the afternoon, the second day? I don't know what day we're on.
We were on day 2.
Yeah, and it was like the evening of day 2.
Yeah, because I had training all day.
So that would make this the
Well-
197th day.
After a lovely scolding, why don't we all get some supper? Unless we already did that. Bed for the night and prepare to leave in the morning. Does anyone have anything particular that they needed to research further?
I don't believe so.
Because to my knowledge, we found almost all the information we came for, or at least something akin to it.
I think we got everything we needed for now.
Oh, John, I meant to ask, did you find anything on magical modifications?
Did I?
Yes, you did. You managed to find a second manuscript. Or the
Lovely.
second volume of magical modification. So, with study with that, Jomini, if you spend time reading that book and understanding it, I will start to allow you to take the profession of Magitech.
Ooh, Woo! Woo!
You want the first edition too, buddy?
I'll start reading up, and then
Because Gil has the first edition still that he read and just been thumbing through.
I'll start reading up.
Yeah, I thought you enjoyed that one.
Hello, you can't just offer me that and then not say anything after I say I'll start reading.
So do you tell me you found the second book?
Of course.
Oh, good. In that case, considering I have enough knowledge going through my head recently of magic and arcane, here's the first. Begin studying. Who knows if this will become helpful.
Considering he already has a right arm that's completely mechanical, I'm pretty sure it will be useful. Left. My apologies.
Which is why he's the one studying it.
So,
I'll read so goddamn hard. Sorry.
So, I guess we go ahead and just continue on our course.
I see no reason to change from our initial deviation from our initial plan.
Louis Vuitton.
Right, then we set off in the morning.
I'm going to look. I'm gonna wait for other folks to leave and wait to talk to Anethil.
Is this another private conversation?
Woman's room.
It doesn't need to be like private like Cody. Just it's a private conversation between Gil and Anethil, but not private to the context of what Cody needed.
Isn't this the girls' room too?
No, everybody has their own individual rooms.
Oh.
Alright, so Gil, you got Anethil to yourself.
Is it me? Or unless we already addressed this. How did Typhel find out about, I thought we weren't addressing it to him.
I assumed you already knew that he knew everything, ever.
Problem is, I'm not entirely sure myself.
That mean...
He can hear and see.
John, you're not here. We're talking to ourselves.
You're not here, Jomini.
Oh, that's right.
Like, if you want to tell us that he can hear and see everything you'd say, thank you. But right now, we're speculating.
I don't think he'd say anything unless someone asks. So.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Sean might be the cause of it.
That's true, but I feel rather rude to put that target on his back. But for now, we should probably be cautious about information around John and Drac, in all honesty.
Yeah, something's not right.
I don't trust Typhel. He's proven beneficial in the long run. I don't trust him, though. And the fact that the line of where I'm from and whatever they did to my people just does not stir trust in me.
Who still has that book on... Does Rose still have that book on demonology?
I would assume she's the only one who was really looking into it. Do you think he may be not from the abyss, but from the hells?
Give me either a knowledge planar or a knowledge history. For Anethil, it doesn't really matter. Planar. Oh no, she has a 9 in planar.
I have a 10 in planar, and I rolled a 7.
2 17s.
Hmm.
I mean, it kind of would make sense.
Well, we know the abyss is currently falling apart.
And if
God.
And
basically.
if what he's saying is true, the other opposing race of the demons were devils.
And if Typhel is one of those devils, that means Hino is most likely actively persecuting and or has decided to go fuck up the hells. In layman's terms.
Anathel's eyes widen suddenly, and she like grabs Gil by the shoulders, and she's like, "The extinguishing."
The what?
The extinguishing. The few first layers of hell have been extinguished. The fires are
Oh.
gone.
Right. I completely forgot about that.
It-
And to take that, it would take a tremendous amount of magical power for, say, a magical being who single-handedly helped win the demon wars and could easily take on 5 of the Wanderers at once.
But that doesn't make any sense then. Kino is known as the Empress of Flame. If she burned Typho's home, how's that even possible?
Maybe her fire's just stronger? Josh, can I knowledge Arcana through my study about true elements?
That's gonna be a really high DC.
I mean, I wanted to just attempt, you know?
Go for it. Ooh, that's a
Wow.
good attempt. Damn.
I'm a studied boy.
Yeah. Not good enough though.
Was it a 30?
30. Yeah.
Ah,
That would've-
fuck.
That would have been a crazy natty 20.
That would have been a crazy thought. Fuck.
Nope. I guess
All
Gil
right.
doesn't.
Gil, it just falls short.
I feel like there's an answer, but I can't think of it now. Maybe later. But regardless, it could just be in theory that she doesn't only have fire magics. I mean, just look at Jean or myself or Rose. We use different types of elemental magics. Just we have the one we prefer. I mean, when I still was a sorcerer, I still had the ability to extinguish magical flames.
The fire's burning hotter than the flames of hell. Let alone extinguishing them.
Yes, that is quite concerning. Well, we already knew she was not to be trifled with, but if Typhoid is scared of her, I don't think we ever want to even attempt conversation.
I don't think it's more of he's scared of her.
Annoyed?
Doesn't want anything to do with her.
Well, you know, there's at least one person we can go to if we feel so inclined to learn more on this subject.
Opal.
Opal. That was great, Josh.
I know.
She would give us a very unbiased account, in my opinion.
I know Typhel said for us not to look into this.
I don't think it's looking into anything. I think we're just trying to get the story correct. We're peering no deeper than what is necessary for in case we run into her.
Or any of the 9.
Agreed. Obviously, they're part of this too, whether Typho likes it or not. And let's be honest, if we're gonna run into a member of the 9, a contest of strength, what better place for some of them?
We'll have to see.
Agreed.
But I still
for
don't.
now-
I still think we should at least put this on the back burner a little bit. We have a lot of information to process, and not only that, she like pokes you in the chest. You need to still learn how to use your new magic abilities.
Yes, I'm absolutely still currently working on that. Not to mention the fact that my father has most likely somehow stolen my magical abilities, and we need to figure out how the fuck that happened.
Right.
So
Oh.
we may have to go visit Shea Isle sometime.
Well, I mean, you have 2 weeks on a boat coming up, so
Yep, I have plenty of time to learn what I need. and maybe commune with what was the name of that creature?
Fabricarda.
Thank you, Matt. Matt wrote it down. Matt just literally could not remember Babacar. Maybe see if I can commune with Babacarda to learn more about these magics.
I'll see you in the morning.
But for,
Thank you.
of course. But for now, we leave Edon and John in the dark. And we don't know who else is compromised. I assume Rose most likely isn't, but I'm not sure how well Rose can hold. Rose can hold that tongue pretty well. But the less ears that know this, what our thoughts and hypotheses, the better.
Right.
And Gil will give like a little 2-finger salute. Good evening, Anethel. And he'll turn to walk away.
Alright. As night passes, everybody gathers up for breakfast. And your journey continues. As you all make your way back away on the road. Back to the ports.
Woo! On the road again.
Alright, so.
I'm so mad. I was so fucking close.
Yeah, you were very, very close. Alright. You guys leave the first page Grand Library fairly early in the morning. Get a head start of the day. You guys make your way down the trail again. On the way back down to Blazelton, and then to the port town of Zeklon. Of course, along the way, who wants to roll encounters? I need 2 encounter rolls.
I'll roll one.
You know what? Let's have Anethel roll one too. She hasn't done one in a while.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, Anethel.
Well, damn! Well, goddamn. All right.
God diddly damn it. God damn.
All right. So let's see here. Once you guys make your way to Blazelton, you guys spend the night. And on the path from Blazelton to Zelklon, you guys are walking down the path, and eventually you guys start to hear the sound of music playing. And it's not Anethel this time.
2 questions.
Go ahead.
Is it coming from seemingly nowhere, and what kind of music is it?
It just sounds to be a jolly and, happy tune. And it's actually coming towards you guys as it's getting louder and louder.
Hey, what I missed, I had to step away for a sec.
You guys are down the path, and you guys start hearing music.
And it's not Anethel.
And it's coming at us. Fast.
Do we hear other like footsteps, like a traveling party or something?
Well, it's not just a singular instrument that you hear. It's actually several. You guys can hear another violin playing. You guys can hear the tapping of a drum. You can also hear an accordion playing.
This is a walking troop.
A band.
Then as you guys caress over the little hill that you guys are over, you guys eventually come within talking distance of another group of people, 3 of which are playing instruments on the side of the road, singing, having a good time. And then you can see a cart that's being pulled by 2 oxen and being controlled by 2 people standing in front. Somebody sitting on top of the cart, And then you can even hear the sounds of voices within the inside of the cart.
I seriously thought we originally stumbled upon a gypsy camp.
And then, they see you guys and they will give you a wave and say, "Hello, travelers. How are you this evening or this afternoon?"
Quite well, and yourself?
Oh, just having a great time. Great time. Are you on your way to Zelklon?
Yes.
Oh, well, I hate to stop you and impede in your journey, but I couldn't happen to notice. But ma'am, you have a fascinating instrument on you. What is that?
I thought he was gonna say a fat ass. Dude,
Yeah,
Um,
badass on you.
dude, you stuck on the F for way too long.
And, Anethil holds up her instrument and she says, "Oh, this used to be my grandmother's violin." He says, "A very intricate design. But would it be so much as for us to ask you to play something for us?" And she says, "No, not at all." She'll go ahead, ready up her instrument, and she'll begin playing like a small little song. I don't know, but like a little,
Diddy.
yeah, honestly.
She shanty.
Nope, not yet. She doesn't know that many. She just casually plays it, and they're like tapping their feet, they're like bouncing to the song and everything. And there's at the end of it, they give her a polite clap and says, "Ma'am, wonderful playing, I must say. I didn't know that there were so many bards of your talent, even out of the colleges." She smiles and says, "I did study there for a while, but figured adventuring would be better for me." Guy gives her a nod and says, "Very much so. Very much so. Would you mind comparing notes, perhaps?" "Oh, I don't mind. Your friends as well, if you don't mind, if you would like to take a look at our wares, and we could sell you a thing or two if you find anything interesting."
Certainly.
And
Do they have any tools?
What they got?
he's gonna tap on the back of it and he says, "Customers, everyone, places." And then you hear the sound of the drum go, "Drrrrah!" And then, as if magically, two people jump out of the back of the cart and then unlatch it, and then the wheels get lifted up off the ground, and the back of the cart opens up. And now before you is a very large, almost like a giant concession stand, full of different trinkets and wares and plants and even boxes and display cases of different items and jewels and even weapons that hang from a rack on the side.
Okay, interesting.
The chairs and the people who are dealing with the oxen swivel around as the one puts on a hat, and then he leans over to the side and he says, "Welcome to Terry's Traveling Cart. How can I help you?"
Just inspecting your wares, good sir.
TTC. Where the hell is what's broken on my motorcycle?
And Gil's just gotta give a general look over of everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look as well. Is there any tools that seemingly can be used for
Magic check?
Yes.
This may be out of a blue question, but would you happen to have any mist mail on hand?
Mist mail.
It is a magical item that might not be in your possession, but it doesn't hurt to ask.
Give me a luck roll, Cody.
Nope.
He says, "Fortunately, mist mail is not in our stock. this time at least. However, we do have oh, let me see here. He like opens up one of the crates and starts sifting through it. Let's see here. 55. Ah, here it is. And he pulls up a what appears to be a dark gray set of armor. And he holds it up and he shows it to you and he says, this here is rhinoceros hide. It's a magically enchanted set of armor made from the hides of rhinoceros, made directly from, freshly hunted directly from the wildlands.
Interesting. And what does this provide in terms of benefit?
Well, if any of you are more interested in charging straight into battle, it grants you additional bonuses to protecting yourselves and giving you a little bit more punch to your advances.
I thought you were gonna say punch.
So what this does is it's a +2 piece of magic armor, granting a +2 enchantment bonus to AC, and has a -1 armor check penalty. Deals an additional 2d6 points of damage on any successful charge attack made by the wearer, including a mounted charge.
That is quite the item. And how much would you be charging for such an item?
Give me a diplomacy roll. I'll tell you what. That's 5,000 sound.
Fortunately, a little too rich for my blood at the current moment.
Oh, that's understandable. How about the rest of you? Anything? What else are you guys looking for? We got plenty of things.
Would you happen to have any tools that could be used for lift up my left arm? You know, enhancements or magic if you will.
One of the guys that were dealing with the oxen suddenly jumps down and he like brings his goggles down that have like lenses on the side of it, and he goes, oh, and he like takes your arm and he says, oh, pardon me, sir.
Careful.
Pardon me.
I'll feel it. Careful.
And this is quite honestly the most detailed and well designed parts of Magitech I have ever seen. So, where did you get this done?
Elder Pond.
Elder Pond? Really? Oh, this is such excellent work. Savor the small knife on the side of it, but just it's such intricate design. It's so polished and clean. It almost looks natural.
Thank you.
You're saying you're looking for tools for magic? Yes. Actually, I think I have a set of spare tools in the back. And he goes to the side of the car, opens up a compartment on the side of it. You hear the sounds of tools and different parts mixing around with each other. You see like a gear, like a box of gears fall out of it. He pays no mind to it and he searches for it and he goes, aha! Here we are! And he runs back up to you with a small crate of like torches and tools and boxes full of smaller, more fine-tuned like screwdrivers and like a welding kit almost. And he says, "This is here is all of my spare tools that I can offer."
Oh, how much will this run me?
I'll make you a deal. If you give me an hours of your time just to study and like schematicize your arm, I will sell this to you for 100 gold pieces.
This is me in real life. That's not me in the game. You have a deal. Just don't hurt me.
I promise you, I will
I
not.
feel everything.
All right, so Jean and this gentleman he's gonna start like, almost sketching out different parts of your arm. Careful to, not twist your arm or injure you in any way. Well, meanwhile, Terry, who's still at the front of the counter, and he goes, how about you, Sir Elf and Madam? How can I assist you all? Anything in particular you are all looking for?
I'm just curious what you have in general. Sorry. I'm just curious in what you have in general wares of magical items.
Any
I think
specific?
That sounds
I
like
think
a
your awkward
drow.
accent.
No, I can't. My voice got destroyed at work today.
It's your awkward accent.
Yeah.
So, what exactly in particular? We have many different kinds of magic items. Rings,
Do you
scrolls,
have any
rings, scrolls, wands, staves, magic
Headbands.
weapons, items. What,
Headbands.
Wondrous. Ooh. Well, let's see here. He, again, leans down and starts digging through his crates and boxes and such. Let me go ahead and make
Oh, careful.
2 rolls. Oh, shit, I'm so sorry, sir.
Just forcing him to do extra.
He pulls out what appears to be a singular headband with what appears to be the drama mask of Happy and like little stars and dazzles and such. He pulls out another one. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
He pulls out another one that has a label of different star signs and everything, and what appears to be like a small I would say like a divinity, fucking fortune telling, a crystal ball.
Okay.
And then he pulls out another one. The hell is this now? He pulls out another one that looks like what appears to be having the label of a werewolf and of another person like holding his hand out and like turning his head to the side as if it's not feared by it.
Mm-hmm. At this point, I would just be like, "Are these all of them?" I assume, Josh.
Yes, only these 3.
So, which is which? May I inquire?
Well, and he starts explaining to you, the first one, if you're more of a people person, like talking to individuals and such and getting in the minds of others, this headband right here will make you even more charismatic and outgoing with other people. This is going to be the headband of alluring charisma +2.
All right, that's what I thought.
This one is he points to the one with the crystal ball, and he says, this one gives you almost a hint of foresight. It grants you the ability to see information about a specific course of action that is to come in the near future. This is the headband of intuition. And then he goes to explain the next one is standing firm and strong against the monsters of this realm these days. It's very important. Fear is one thing that must be overcome. This headband here will strengthen your own willpower and give you that boost of confidence that you need. This one is the headband of unshakable resolve.
I'm gonna look over to Anethel.
She's busy with the other bard.
I know. I'm just gonna yell. And I'm going to look at him and be like, now, the charisma one. How much do you think that would generally run us?
Oh,
I
fuck.
know 4,000 is what the Wondrous Items thing says.
Yeah. He's gonna like play with his beard a little bit and say, I've had that one for quite a while, honestly. It's taking up a lot of space. How does 3,000 sound?
Man, I was willing to like start haggling, but I'm not going to now. He knocked the fucking 1,000 off of it, you know? Gil's gonna look at Anethel. Anethel,
Yes.
do we have 3,000 gold pieces?
Hold on, let me go look.
That was a goofy laugh.
Oh fuck, yeah, that's exactly what's in Anethel's bag.
Yeah, we got one. We got them.
Do you wanna get a headband of charisma?
I mean, I don't see why not. Just remember, we still have to pay for like travel expenses and
Here, I'm gonna
boat
give
fares.
I'm gonna give Gil 15 platinum pieces.
Okay.
Mr. fucking Moneybags over here.
Yeah,
No?
seriously. I mean, it's one of those things like we can always stop at a bank too. I'm just wondering what we have on us.
It's not big, it's just 15 platinum.
So that's what 1,500.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
That's half. So
And I can knock the other 1,500 off of
Anethel,
your party loot. Yep.
sounds good to me. Also, I believe, given apparently our coffers are this wide, you have a deal for this headband.
Oh, I will certainly take that deal. Thank you very much, kind sir.
My pleasure. And then I'm gonna.
I just did some quick math and I realized that I'm loaded.
A little
Yeah,
bit.
thanks. Man, I wish I once again took a profession that I can idly do to make money.
I need to do that.
I need to find a job. Being smart and a sailor are not exactly. I guess I can make maps. Who knows? So Gil will take the headband of alluring charisma.
Okay.
Give it to Anethel. Ladies first.
Alrighty.
Because let's be honest, I believe almost everyone around here can do to perk up their speaking skills.
You're just giving it to Anethel because it boosts her fucking spells.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. But you know, she wears it for 24 hours, then we give it to the next guy, and a bit.
Yeah. And then sell it back.
Exactly.
For profit.
Probably more of a deficit.
Alright. Then of course, after the exchange of money with Terry leans down and he looks at Rose and says, "And how about you, young lady? What would you be interested in?" It is if your parents. He's like very careful saying that. Traveling
I just start-
companions.
I would just start laughing when he said parents.
I put my hand on her head. Absolutely,
My
this is my
parents are
darling.
Our smookums snookums.
It's. I apologize. I understand. I understand. So anyway, what can I get you, young lady?
I'm looking for a cauldron of brewing.
A cauldron. I actually believe we have one of those. Mark, get down.
Uh-oh.
I actually believe we do have one of those. Sydney, do you still have that spare cauldron in the back? Yeah, why?
We're in danger.
Well, bring it up front. And, you see, like, this hooded figure, like, just plop like a little, cooking pot in front of Terry.
I'll be back.
And she just, like, retreats back into the cart. And he's like, all right, here you are. Cauldron of brewing, young lady. Now, how's about we say 2,800 gold pieces?
Sure. Sounds great.
All right, go ahead and add that to your inventory, Dave. Subtract your gold.
Yep, will do.
All right, about an hour passes and all the transactions are all finished. You know, the cart closes up and goes back to how it originally was, and Terry of course, tips his hat to you and says, "Have a good day, adventurers."
As to you.
And you guys make your way to Zeklon.
How long do you think before those gentlemen realize that they just exchanged notes with the bard that took place during the festival in my realm?
I mean, he was pretty nice, I'll be honest.
Well, the nice thing is we have something to sharpen up our speech now for a bit, and then once we are done with it, we can sell it back for a profit.
All right, I believe our boat fare is paid for this time, isn't it?
It's paid all the way up to Redania.
Yes.
Cool. Let's just go. Let's find a ship to take then.
To the docks. And Gil will go to the docks to find passage.
So this has been 2 days.
Yeah, I already updated all the times up top.
I'm keeping track of my own as well.
Right. All right. So yep, you guys find a ship that is actually heading out to Verera in a day's time.
Sound good to everybody?
Sounds good.
Fine by me.
Yep, waving your passage to the dockmaster. Obviously, of course, he's okay. Passions. No, Elven Kingdom, cool. You know what? You guys are good. You're cool. Here are your tickets. Have a safe trip.
Thank you. So, what, we got a day in town to kill?
Yeah, you guys have a day in town of Zeklon to hang out and chill.
I'm gonna do some fishing.
I'm gonna look for. Go ahead.
There's a ton of lard on memes. Sorry, continue.
I'm gonna do some minor labor at the docks to make a few coin.
Okay.
Where are we right now?
You guys are in Zidon, the port town.
Okay. Is there a food reserve here or something like that?
A food reserve?
Or whoever takes care of the food portioning and stuff. I want to hunt for them for the time that we're here.
I would assume so. So there's a couple of people that do take care of different imports of different of food and such coming from other kingdoms and such. Why?
So
He's
they
looking
do
for
their
the he's looking for the provisioner or something like that. He's basically wants to go do hunting in the local area for food, hunting deer and other.
Sell them
game.
back to the town.
Yeah.
We're selling to a butcher.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Unfortunately, the only places that you can go for that is like a little bit further north, like almost back the way you guys were coming. In the forests, out here it's just mainly different, snow familiar animals, owls, foxes, occasionally deer, but not so much now.
Right.
You're better off ice fishing.
Come join me fishing.
Okay.
I have an extra rod.
Well, I'll join gill fishing.
All right, Cody, what are you doing?
I said I'm working at the docks, just helping load ships. Just some minor labor to make a few coin.
All right, give me. Let's see here. Give me a diplomacy roll. Okay, 16. You actually do make a little bit of coin. 66 gold, as a matter of fact. You did a pretty good job.
Nice. Apparently, I did an amazing job.
Do we catch any fish that we can and then sell to fishmongers and things?
You have profession fisherman, right?
No, but I got sailor. I can add.
If you want to go ahead and use that, that's
All right, chill with you.
Yeah.
Fisherman Gil.
24. Okay, not bad. Jomny, if you're with him, right?
Yes.
Give me a survival roll.
Okay. Let me just very carefully because I have sauce on my fingers.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, Gil fishes, but he's never like did it professionally. But like sailing, he did it on the boats a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Survival. I survive. 26.
Oh shit! Yeah, we made a catch.
Oh yeah, yous did. Holy crap!
Holy fuck, bud.
You guys had it set up pretty good. You guys got away with 28 decently sized fish to sell.
And then once we got all the fish, gonna go to fishmonger.
All right, fishmonger definitely looks at you guys and says, "Well, damn, it's quite a catch you guys got there."
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, you never can go wrong with a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of know-how. Now, what good say, sir, do you think we can get for this lovely haul?
Let me see here. 28 decently sized fish. Of course, I need to make some money off of this too.
Of course, of course.
He like pulls out a quill and some paper.
Gets the old
Abrisk.
Acubus.
Acubus, that's it. I knew it started with an A.
Abacus.
Words, they're not my thing, okay?
He says, "How's about 112 gold pieces? I could buy you them for 4 gold pieces each, sell them for 8.
I mean, that actually is a very good deal in my opinion. You know? I look at John. That fine with you?
That sounds perfect.
All right. You have a deal? Good, sir. I'm going to shake his hands.
All right. And
So that was 122, he said?
112.
So, Someone split that in half. That's
56.
56. Thank you.
56.
So we both made 56 gold.
Yeah.
6 gold.
And of course, Anethil is gonna go do her thing.
They make a fuck ton of money.
Ooh, not that much.
She was playing a lot earlier today.
Yeah, she was playing a lot.
Okay.
She's a little tired. Kind of makes some sense. She makes 22 gold off of tips. Not her best, but still something. All right. Then you guys board the ship the next morning. And now you guys have 2 whole weeks.
Here.
Oh. 2 whole weeks on a boat.
2 whole weeks on the ship.
Okay.
Okay.
What kind of ship are we on?
Uh,
Passenger ship, merchant ship?
it's honestly just the passenger ship.
Okay.
I'm gonna be working on learning how to work on my arm the whole time.
I'm going to be gambling
Gambling, oh boy.
a lot.
All right, chat, you heard it. Get ready to wager your sticks. Let's see. I'm just gonna do the rest of the calculations for the time remaining.
I will say this though, I won't be playing fair.
Oh, you're gonna try and cheat.
Oh yeah,
Fair enough.
There is no
I'm a
try,
rogue.
only do.
There's no try, only do. We only do the do here. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen at home, if you're watching, of course, you guys have 2 minutes. Go ahead and show your predictions of whether you guys like a high or low number. Alright, so Cody, you are gambling.
yes.
Jim Jom is studying Magitech.
Hey. We're talking about what we're doing on the boat.
Yes.
I guess I'll what do I want to do?
Trade
I
with
mean-
your magic.
I mean, obviously trade with my magic, but also I want to try and meditate and commune with new sea Cthulhu.
Alright, Anethil is actually going to be speaking with the sailors. And of course, we're going to have her learn some sea shanties. Dave, what are you doing?
Not much. Usual stuff, and I make potions.
Alright. For the sake of it, we could go ahead and say that Zorloff is doing scrolls.
Sounds
I
good
would
to
hope
me.
so. We gotta make money on the move, man.
I need a skill that's more than fishing.
Right.
You could take stuff like craft wondrous item.
That's true. I could.
I have to go read his scribe scroll ability again.
It's one of those things, though. Like, I gotta figure out like a reasoning why Gil would start crafting that stuff. Wand, I may be able to like argue for
It would
because his
save
magic,
wand.
because Gil's magical powers are now limited. You know.
Right.
And as far as the scrolls thing,
As long as it's not above 1,000 GP, he can
you
do
can make
it.
it in one day.
Yeah.
And
Actually, no,
you
it
take
takes
the-
2 hours.
Yeah.
If it's 250 or less.
and you take the base price of the item and divide it in half because he has the skill to make it. And that's how much it costs him to make.
Right. Alright, so let's see. What can he make? Fortunately, he's a sorcerer, so prices-
Scrolls of anything fire would be nice.
anything fire. Well, Burning Hands he has. Then he also has Fire Breath. Those are level 2s. And those are going to cost him 200 gold apiece.
Does he have any magical spells that make weapons magical?
Does he use, like buffing spells?
Yes.
Not for weapons. He does have the spell Eagle Splendor, though.
Okay, Eagle Splendor would be good.
It's me that has the spell magic weapon. I could
Yep.
technically make that as an oil, but I'm looking at things to sell at this moment in time on top of making
Yeah.
curing potions, which are a lot more expensive.
Yep. I would only need one thing of oil, though, just in case we get in a fight with those specters again.
Right.
mean,
Also,
fair.
during the course of this trip, Anethil is going to pass the headband around to everyone.
Woo! What's the plus on this?
+2.
Two.
+2 to charisma.
Woo!
Back.
Jim Jom, your charisma goes up by 2 due to Anethil's well, technically Gil's headband.
Communal. We all paid for
Yeah.
it basically.
That means I can
Jean
channel
has
energy
slight-
one more time per day now.
Jean has slight more riz now with the ladies.
I don't know. I've created the monster.
Just keep in mind, go into your hit the gear under charisma and make sure that you put it as +2 alluring CHA.
I put it as a buff. That I'll just leave active.
That's a good idea, Cody. I might join you on that one.
All right, so 14 days, a scroll of Eagle Splendor. Like I said, that's going to cost him a lot. It's 200 gold per scroll.
Mm.
Yee.
Yee.
That's as much as it costs me to make one of my potions of cure light wounds.
Yeah. Burning Hands, however, is going to cost him 25 gold.
Oh, something to note. You can elect to make the scroll at minimum caster level.
Well, yeah, that's the problem. Eagle Splendor at minimum caster level is at it is still a level 2 spell.
Yeah, so it's 2 times whatever caster level he gets it at times 50?
I'm just going off of the table on how much it costs to make the scroll.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, actually, wait, no, he can make it at half the cost. I'm dumb.
Yeah, so it's 100.
Yeah. So what we can do is we can have him make 14 scrolls of Eagle Splendor, and then use the bag of the party loot to pay for it.
And what? Just sell them when we get to the next city.
Yeah.
That's kind of my plan with the potions of Ant Hall.
All right, so we'll go ahead and do that then. $14 of those. All right, so that takes care of Zorloff. All right, Dave, you're going to deal with all of your potion making.
Yep.
Anethil is just passive shit. All right, Jomini.
Oui.
I am going to offer you something.
Oh no.
Would you rather
Oh no.
make your rolls to study these books, or do you want to make these rolls to study these books to get it done early, or do you want to take the full 14 days to guarantee that you learn it?
Take the guarantee.
I'll guarantee.
Okay. So go ahead, under profession, go ahead and place Magitech.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, John's gonna become our Sid.
Level 1, by the way.
So do I type in Magitech level 1?
Yeah. Or Magic Tech Tier 1. T1.
Cool.
Alright, Cody.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and get some gambling out of the way.
Okay,
So-
I don't remember how we do this.
You are going to roll 2 dice, and I am going to roll 3.
D20s or
No, D6s.
D6s? Okay.
Yes. If you match any of my dice, you win money. A 5 and a 1, however, does not match any of my dice. So, in that case, you would have lost money.
Okay, now here's a question. I'm cheating.
With a high enough sleight of hand roll, I will let you re-roll one of your dice.
Okay, that's why I'm asking.
But you'll have to pass the DC. Go ahead and re-roll one of your dice. You still don't match any of my dice.
Okay.
All right, so that's how that'll go. All right.
All right.
As for everybody at home, the first round of high or low, the winners are low rolls.
We'll do one for each day.
Until
Yeah,
everybody gets sick of you.
Oh yeah, of course, that's true too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Next round of high or low. Prediction is going up right now. Good luck. All right, and Cody, go ahead and give me your 2d20. Actually, how much are you putting down?
I would be putting down 5 gold on each of these.
5 gold on each of them. All right.
Yeah.
Cody, you rolled the same thing twice.
Yeah, I did.
All right. Well, Cody, you make your money back.
Okay.
You match one of my dice.
Cool. All right. Go again.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me another one.
Ooh.
Ooh, 2 5s. You're going in for the big monies. All right, Cody, you double your money.
Okay, so I get 10.
Sorry.
All right.
Again?
Again?
1 and 5. You make double again.
All right.
All right, so 3 days in, the guys are, you're starting to familiarize yourself with these guys, and they're like, all right, you're doing a pretty good job so far.
I'm dropping 100 on this one.
Oh, 100 gold into the pot. All right, go ahead and roll me. 1 and a 6. All right, do you want to make a sleight of hand?
Yes.
Go ahead.
There it is.
21. All right, which dice do you want to re-roll now?
Oh, good question.
You
Let's reroll the 1.
want to re-roll the 1? Okay. You still make your money back.
All right.
The 1 was the matching one.
Oh, hilarious.
Fate had decided, no, you will win this.
All right. Tell you what, one more time. I'll put 100 again.
All right. All right, 5 and a 3. Do you want to make a sleight of hand and change any of your dice?
Let's stick with it.
You're going to stick with it? You lose all your money.
All right.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right, folks at home. Second round of high or low. The winners are once again the low rolls.
God damn it.
So congratulations, Team 2. All right, chat, we're going to go ahead and do one more prediction of high or low for yous. Bidding is up now.
Good, because I'm going to do one more thing.
Alrighty.
I'm going to steal back my money from the person that won.
Alrighty. Make your roll.
That one!
Ooh. You are
Let's go.
caught cheating. So your next 2d6 roll, your next 2d6, you have to stick with the result.
I wasn't cheating. I was stealing.
Oh, you were stealing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
just
was going
straight
to
up.
I was going to straight up steal the money back.
Oh no.
Hold on.
Cody's going to the brig. Cody's going to the brig.
Yep. Nope. I got caught stealing. I have nothing to change that roll.
Alright, rolling severity. Cody, roll me a bluff roll real fast. Ooh. Alright. So, they're not going to report you to the authorities. You are, however, going to spend the rest of the voyage in the brig.
Okay.
They just warn you ahead of time, don't do that shit. Especially if you're isolated on the ocean with people that you don't know.
I make a good point.
Alright, in the meanwhile, all this is going on. Matt,
Hey.
do you spend the whole voyage?
Training, talking to the Trident, trying to figure out who trying to see if I can talk to the giant crab from Moana.
Fair enough. Well, luckily for you, with enough training and help from not just the rest of your party, but like the 1 or 2 magic people that are on the ship, and of course talking
I will
to...
say, like, in between when I get frustrated with training, I'll help around the ship because I am a sailor.
Yeah. Talking with your Trident and understanding your newfound powers, you are. I would say you're back up to fighting shape again.
All right, good to hear.
2 weeks is a lot of time to
Yeah.
dedicate to learning a new skill.
I mean, it's necessary though.
True. Yeah,
Alright.
you are good to go back up to full strength.
Yay!
All right, in chat, the results to the last high or low are Team Low by a very small margin. 1 to 50 and then 51 to 100 is the split off. So Team Low, you are going to take away that win. That was very, very close. Jacob is mauling right now. My streams have been saved.
Sucks for you, Jacob.
And the sticks have come back to me. Mwahaha. Alright. So, time finally passes, and you all very had a pretty decent voyage, I would say. Nothing.
I will visit Cody in the brig and be like,
What did you do, you dumbass?
yeah, basically. I go there with Anethil just to add insult to injury.
Bill just walks in. So, what did we learn?
Basically. So, what did we learn about trying to steal and cheat sailors?
Next time, don't get caught.
I was gonna say
Not
do it
the
at the
po-
port,
not-
but that one also works.
Not exactly, but you know, it's a step up. Something I guess. I don't know.
I mean, you act like we're gonna stop him, Anethil.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I mean, it's a legitimate profession that he does. Well, I wouldn't say it's legitimate, but it's a profession.
Yeah, you got a strange look for me as like legitimate.
But I believe we've learned that you should leave the attempts of thievery to being on land.
Or next time, don't drink and steal.
Yeah,
That's
but
a
you've.
good
But
idea.
here's the thing, Drac. They'll notice it's going missing, and they'll be able to find you. We're on a boat. So you either
Okay.
steal right before the voyage, right? You either steal right after the voyage or right before the voyage, never during.
Right, and eventually, as the dawn of the next day comes up, you guys are finally able to see the port town of Varara.
Ooh. We're entering a Drac storyline.
All right, let me quickly go over a couple of notes that I have here. Okay, let me open up a few pages here because I'm going to need them. That one and leave that one blank. All right. Alrighty, so the port town of Verara, located on the second most southern continent of Avalon, serves once again as its major town for imports of goods and food from around the world. While the continent is very plentiful in its own natural resources and farmlands, Verara is mostly set as a midpoint and a travel destination for students of the Galahad Academy, and after construction of the airship, or the airship station, also for transports up to the floating isles of Doxura and Rivenstein. Also known for its lush hunting grounds within the forests, heading to the town of Nyx. The capital itself settled within the more winter side of it, on the southern end of the continent. Was once a great city that was proud and held a high ego for being the kingdom under the rule of the town that produced one of the Wanderers. So mostly this entire continent is, again, a civilian continent. Not really much happens here. It has access to the floating islands that are to the east of it, and the small archipelago that is to the west, or the southwest, serves as like a major fishing spots and transport areas to the east passage of the Underdark from the port town of Avon. Alright, so you guys make sure and are free to go about.
All right.
So we're gonna stay here for tonight. Who would like to come? Who would like to come look for lodging?
You do so. I'm gonna go check up on something.
Yeah, do what you need.
Alright. So, Edon heads on out. You guys travel together, make your way towards finding yourselves some lodgings. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cricket.
Yeah, I was about to say, everybody's so fucking quiet. Like,
Sorry, I try not to talk as much because my voice is destroyed.
no, I get you. It's sorry.
Oh.
So yeah, I'll probably just go around with the kids. Be like, all right, we're looking for an inn.
Alright. Somebody roll me a D100.
I'll do it.
Jesus, get out of here.
Nope. Apparently not very lucky.
Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna go grab something real fast. You for quick searching. Gotta love it. All right, so eventually, the five of you are making your way throughout the town. You know, checking out the sights and seeing the town and such. Suddenly, you guys are approached what appears to be a half-elf woman with short green hair, a big smile on her face, and she appears to be wearing a nice jacket with a bunch of papers in her hands and like books and such. Let me go ahead and drag her onto the screen. And she like wanders up to you guys and she says, "Good afternoon, everyone."
Oh, good day. Have we met?
No, we haven't actually. I actually just saw you guys come off of the ship, and I was curious as to if you would like a personal guide throughout the town.
Oh, I kind of look around to the group like, anyone? I don't get out much. This seems like a scam to me.
I'm not opposed.
Well, if you guys would want, I could show you different shops around town. I could show you different lodging areas.
Oh, really? That'd be splendid. Just arrived in. Where would
Verera.
Verera? Sorry,
I think
Verera.
that's the town that you guys are in. Verera. Yeah. All right. Oh, foreigners, are we? I kind of thought so with how some of you guys dress. No, of course, no offense. I don't mean anything against that. But some of you kind of look like you're from around here. She like points to Jean and Anathel.
Or not.
Clearly.
My apologies. I didn't introduce myself yet. She like gives you guys a polite curtsy, and she smiles and says, "My name is Molly Everbright."
Wait a minute.
Pleasure to meet you. My name is Jean.
My name is Rose.
Gil Oceanus, a pleasure.
Anathel. It's so wonderful to meet you all. Now, come, I can show you around town. First, I'm going to show you some of the best places where you can get some wonderful meals.
That would be nice.
All right, so while Molly, this is how you spell her name, by the way. So as Molly is escorting you guys throughout the town and everything, Cody, what are you doing?
I messaged you that in chat.
All right, so you're just meandering around town and such, you know, just taking everything in again, being back here for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
Then suddenly you feel somebody grab the back of your jacket and just yank you into an alleyway.
I quickly turn around. Do I recognize this person?
You don't recognize this person exactly, but you can see that he doesn't pose a threat to you as he lets go as soon as he makes sure that you guys are out of sight. He turns to you and he goes, "What the hell are you doing here?"
And who might you be?
he like pulls down his sleeve, and you can see the insignia of the syndicate.
Ah. I didn't think your reach was out this far.
Yeah, well, as soon as we found out that you were coming here, somebody had to be out here, and they put me in here.
Relax. Relax. It's a bit complicated.
Please explain to me.
I'm going to visit family.
You know, the family that wants you arrested.
Yes, precisely.
What happened? Please explain to me. Did you get hit in the head hard enough? Like, did you fall off a cliff? Did a rock hit you? Did your
Relax.
little bard friend mess with your mind a little bit?
I have precautions to leave if necessary. And I pull out the potion of invisibility. They're not going to catch me. But the point is, I need to see my sister.
If you needed to see some of your closer family, we would have arranged something. Not just you charging in behind enemy lines. Because believe me, I'm not supposed to be here either. You're
Then
lucky.
go.
You're lucky that I'm getting paid high enough for this.
Why are you...
Never is
Well,
high enough.
Drak,
yes.
this is not Syndicate territory.
I understand.
Okay? The guild that runs this area is far, far more dangerous than you can think of. Okay? They don't look like you and me. They can be that lady that's running the freaking bread stand down there. The little kid that's playing ball with their friends in the alleyway down further. Be anybody.
What guild runs this area?
The Forsaken.
Ooh,
Yeah,
That again.
ominous.
I was not aware of that. All the more reason to go see my sister. I will heed your warning and stay off the streets then.
Just keep the mask on.
Yes,
Stay
of
out
course.
of sight. And please, do not get involved with the Everbrights.
Excuse me?
God damn you, Josh.
The second that the Everbrights realize that you are in town, they are going to be hounding you.
Yes.
Ugh. Please, how much longer are you planning on staying on this continent?
I don't know the exact length of time, but we aren't staying long. I do know that.
Okay.
We will make it through here quickly.
All
We're
right.
on our way to the Tournament of Strength.
I understand you want to see your sister. I understand, you know, whatever's going on in your head. You have a plan. It's gonna be fine. All right. I'm leaving town tonight, and I'm going to be making my way to Vormir.
Okay.
Go to Saipei. There's a few more of us in Saipei. I already sent a letter for them ahead of time. Do
Are we
not,
already...
do not, under any circumstances, leave Saipei. I can work something out to where your sister, for some fucking reason that I haven't figured out yet, can go to Saipei and you can run into her on the streets or something, or meet up with her somewhere. Whether or not she's willing to meet with you is a different story, and I'll leave that up to you. I trust that you can do that.
This isn't what I had in mind, but
All right, tell me your plan then. What do you got? Because I can tell you right off the bat, man, I cannot let you go to Vormir.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'll meet her. I'll do as you say. I don't want to cause any more headaches for you guys than what I've already have by showing up here unannounced.
All right.
I should have made my travel detail a little bit more known to you.
No,
I
it's-
give him the rest of our stops up to where we're going up to next,
I
being the
pay
tournament strength.
Nyx, Avon, Elsport, Rudania.
Yes.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. All right. We'll keep in touch with you, so that way you can figure out how you're going to approach her.
That is. I still haven't figured that one out myself. But
I can make a reason for her to be in the capital, but your whole family shtick, that ain't a part of my contract.
I understand. Thank you for your assistance in this matter.
Part of our agreement. Just please be careful.
Have you been keeping tabs of the party that have my party that has just arrived in town?
Yeah, we know.
Do you know where they are at the current moment? I'll go meet up with them. Be less likely to be spotted or assume that I am who I am if I'm with a party.
The second I saw you start wandering off without them, I chased after you. I haven't heard anything about it yet.
Okay. All right.
All right, but you know your warnings, you know your boundaries. Just be on the lookout for letters and signs and such.
I'll do just that.
And then he's gonna make his way back into the crowd.
Okay, so Drac would know what these letters and signs are. Cody does not.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay. All right. I slip out of the alleyway and try to make my way back towards where I last saw my friends and try to catch back up with them.
Meanwhile, with the rest of the party. Oh, and over here is Michael's main store. He owns a whole different chains of different knickknacks and trinkets and everything. If you want some souvenirs, he's definitely the guy to go to.
So,
And
Madam Everbright, if you pardon my intrusion, do you do this for all new travelers into your city? Are you part of a governing body here, or are you just kindness in nature of goodwill?
kindness in nature and goodwill in the name of my family.
Oh, and please, as foreigners, I believe it is only proper for us to learn more about your family. I believe most of us have never been to this city before. May I
Well,
then ask, whom are the Everbrights?
the Everbrights are obviously what the rest of the world would probably call of noble stature. Probably as you guys are clearly from up north in the Elven Kingdom. It's similar to the higher noble families of Elven culture.
Oh, I see.
Of course, around here, we run many different businesses and such around here in competition with the different the different competing companies such as the Wingright Corporation, the guiding winds and in of course the Canty administration, who were our biggest rivals.
I'm sorry, the what?
The Canty administration.
Whom are they?
Well,
Most of those names I believe I've already heard of, but never the Canty administration.
Sort of similar to us. They typically like to dabble in fuck if I know, Cody, give me something.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention because.
What is your family business in?
Soybeans.
Oh, spice.
Spices, and
Ooh.
I was gonna say bartering and trading of magical items, but
Lentils and soybean.
I do wine.
all right, so we can go ahead and say with spices. I'm making
They were responsible for the distribution of spices throughout these lands because you can't grow spice in cold weather.
right.
So
And yeah, so they were part of our rivalries and such, spices and many different types of seasonings and everything. Much smaller trade and businesses, but somebody's got to do it after all.
Just pardon my curiosity. Do you get ships from Shea Isle all the way down here?
Oh, the wine of Shea Isle is delicious and so well made, aged perfectly.
Answers that question.
Such
I mean,
wonderful. They're part of our business trade.
Are they really? I feel
Well,
like I would have known that actually. Fascinating. I mean, if it's not obvious, Miss Everbright, I'm of the complexion of the Isle.
oh, are you really?
I forgot. No, I would assume there would be some of the blue-skinned elves on some of those boats.
Oh, well, what brings you all the way down here then?
Oh, I'm just simply adventuring about nowadays. Nothing more to it. It's a small island and there's so much land to see. So I keep myself on it all the time.
Ah, exploring the vast oceans. I get it.
Oh, indeed.
I understand. Alright, well,
So,
as for the rest of your tour, I showed you pretty much everything that is of the main central touristy sections of the town. If you have any other further questions or want further, I can definitely schedule for another meetup if you would like.
of course, Mally, we will definitely make sure to let you know. Does your family own these lands we are on, or just one of
No,
the wealthier families in town?
we're just one of the me and a couple of my members of my family live here in town. The rest of our business and companies are dealt in the town of Vormir, which is just
I see.
southeast of here.
I believe we are heading that way, right, Rose?
Say that again, Dave.
You're fine.
Okay.
I believe we're heading towards Volmir, correct?
Pulls out map. Doesn't have map.
Yeah, that is the direction where you guys are going.
All right. We'll
I
have
believe
to.
so.
We'll have to make sure to stop by and say hello while in town, because I believe after we're done here, we will be heading that direction.
Oh, by all means, my brothers and sisters would be more than happy to at least speak with somebody else of Shea Isle, share a nice glass of wine or two.
I will never say no to some of the finest wine in all of Avalon.
Most agreed. Tell you what, she's gonna pull out a scroll. She's gonna scribble something down on it, and then sign it, roll it up, wrap it, tie it up and hand it to you, and she says, if you ever do find yourself in the town of Vormir, give this to, if you want to take a guided tour, per se, of our grounds and such, go ahead and take this to the factory. They would recognize that it's from me. And they can give you a tour of the factory if you would like.
Sounds splendid. I may just have to take you up on that offer.
Right. Well, I unfortunately have business to attend as it is getting rather
Go,
late.
go, do what you need. Have a splendid day. We appreciate your time.
Of course. And you all must have an adventuring group name, correct?
Yes, we are the dream catchers.
Dream catchers. I like that. I love that, actually. Well, you all have a great evening, and if you ever need any more tours of the further ends of the city, feel free to send me a letter.
Of course.
And she's gonna make her way down.
Well, she was absolutely charming. What do you think?
She's pretty.
She's
Pity
certainly,
Drax wasn't here. He would have loved the ogle at her.
she did seem to know what she was talking about.
And she reminded me very much of me and my siblings when it comes to anything regarding family trade. Pounded into your head and overly zealously appreciative of it.
Well, once we get to Vormir, I wouldn't mind checking out the spice factory.
Oh, no argument there. Maybe we can. I will never say no to a glass of my family's wine.
Go ahead and give me perception rolls.
Okay.
What even is wine like, Gil?
Well, think of it like a sweetly stiff drink, but it has a bitter kick near the end.
Jim Jump,
What happened?
perception roll.
And think of it like eating a rosebud. It's not exactly the sweetest thing in the world, but its bitterness is oddly pleasant to the palate.
Oof.
Can't say I've ever eaten a rosebud despite being named after them.
You ever know if you chew a rose, you'll spit purple? Sailors know weird things.
Eventually, Anethil does nudge Gil and Rose and say, "Speaking of," and she points into a direction where you guys can see Drac moving about the crowd.
Ah, there he is. Let's catch the old lollygagger, find some image, and then, see what he was told once he met with his friends.
Yeah, John, you're not paying attention at all. You said that's a nice ass as it walks by.
Immediately, grab head, spin around.
Whoa.
Pay attention.
What am I looking at?
You were just looking at thick thighs.
Thick thighs save lives.
Right, and eventually you guys do catch up with Edon as, Anethil waves him down.
There you are.
Where have you been, Slowpoke?
Attending some business.
Fair enough. We got a lovely tour from a woman of the town. That came out incorrectly. From a citizen of this area. Her name was Amali.
Would I recognize that name?
Not the first.
Knowledge history. Or nobility.
Nobility. There it is.
Nope.
I'm just waiting to give him a heart attack.
Yeah,
We're
very,
walking, talking.
yeah,
She
very
was
pretty.
quite lovely. Knew everything about the town, wouldn't you say, Anthil?
Oh, yeah. She's very knowledgeable. Coming from a higher stature, it's kind of important to know it.
I will not disagree with that. I mean, if we were in Shea Island, boy, I could tell you things about that place.
You
She
said
gave
she's
us,
of higher stature?
yes, she gave us a scroll. He was going to pull it out. We go visit the family spice factory. What was
That
name?
triggers
the
something.
Everbright. The
That
Everbright.
right there triggers something.
I asked to see the scroll.
I show it to Drac.
Yeah, Jack, you open it up, and it's of course a handwritten letter. A handwritten letter that it is addressed to the security guards of the Everbright Spice Factory, written by Molly Everbright, with of course the seal of their family stamped on it, official and everything. Roll me a perception roll real fast. Or no, not a perception, a sense motive roll.
Who?
You. Okay. So go ahead.
I take this scroll and wind it up real tight, put it in my pocket.
I
And I look at you dead in the eye and I say, I'll hold on to this.
all right.
You okay?
Yeah, yeah. Let's find an inn for the night.
Sense motive.
There was that really nice one that she told us
Oh,
about.
that's true. We should go there.
No, anywhere but there.
All right. Do you have your own recommendation, Drac?
You're acting kind of weird.
You do know this is my hometown. Well, very close to my hometown,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah?
Ah.
The
Well,
reason we came here.
people know me here, so I'd like to avoid as much
That's true. That's
eyes as
fair.
possible.
That is absolutely fair. I will not
And
argue
if Miss Everbright suggested an inn for you, it's going to be of that of higher stature.
She gave us a bunch of different options of varying prices.
Well, let's go towards the lower end of those prices.
that. I believe that was the plan initially, wasn't it?
Anathel's gonna roll a sense motive against a bluff from you, Cody.
Gil, as a person who is actively trying to hide things, at one point is like, there's something, oh fuck.
Fuck!
No. He is calm, cool, and collective.
Oh, damn it!
Oh, could you have beaten it? You with another nat. You
Yeah,
would've
with a
tied.
nat 20, I would have tied. Fuck.
Darn. I tried.
I mean, okay, fine.
Dave could have beaten it. Dave got a nat. He would have beaten it.
Okay, fine.
I could have beaten it on a 19. Or tied it.
Alright, so you guys do gather on back up, make your way to a much smaller inn compared to a couple of the ones that Molly has told you about. And you guys enter, the innkeeper, waves you guys hello, grants you guys, we got a bunch of different rooms for you. Depending on how you guys want, we can split you into, 3 rooms of 2, or if you guys want to do just 2 rooms, that's fine. Individual rooms, however, it's gonna be a little tight.
We'll take 2 rooms.
Even easier on me. I like that. All right. Cost, of course, is going to cost you 2 gold per day, which includes breakfast in the morning. Anyway, here are your keys.
Thank you very
I
much.
dropped the 2 gold. And I gesture everyone to go upstairs.
I follow Drac.
Everybody, go ahead and subtract 2 gold.
Oh, is it 2 gold per person? Or
Yeah,
2 gold.
2 gold. Or actually, Anethel will go ahead and pay for the girls. Cody, you just paid for the boys. I think that's fair.
Yep.
All right, so you guys head on upstairs. Whose room are you going in?
We'll all go in the girls' room to start.
All right, fair enough. that's the usual meeting spot for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you guys enter the room. It's a little bit larger room. There's a couple of beds and there's 2 beds in there for you. Oh, everybody takes a seat.
Drac is the last one to enter the room, and he closes the door very slowly, just peeking out of it as he does so. Turns around. pulls out a small bag out of his pocket and tosses it to Anethel.
She catches it.
When she opens it, she finds her necklace.
Oh my god, the Syndicate found it?
Yes.
I really want to roll bluff against that, in all honesty. Or
Roll
sense
it.
motive against that, yes. Nope.
Oh,
Nothing insinuous going on there.
nothing inconspicuous at all. Anethel just... I'm not even going to make a roll for Anethel. She's just glad to have her necklace back.
And you want me to roll sense motive?
Bluff.
Oh yeah, that's right, bluff.
Yeah,
Feels it.
Dave, you're catching on to something here.
So,
Not the issue at hand, though.
with that out of the way, do with it as you please.
So, Edon,
Being a bit sketchy.
Well,
What's going on?
I'm sorry, this town has me a little on edge, is all.
well, please.
Can you
I get
elaborate?
that.
All we
I get
know
that.
about you is the fact that you incurred an accident on the airship. Obviously, there's something more to that, to an extent. So go on.
I light a candle, and I take that little piece of paper, or that little thing out of my pocket from Miss Everbright, and I light it on fire.
I wanted to go there.
And I just wait for it to smolder into nothingness. My
Gil and
apologies.
Annabelle are very openly upset at this.
I don't mean to be rude or ignorant of your feelings, but
Obviously, there's something between you and the Everbrights, and I believe that needs explaining now, Drac.
well,
So we all know how to proceed.
the Everbrights, let's just say the man I'm responsible for killing, last name was Everbright.
Oh dear Lord,
Oh.
you've walked us into a serpent's den.
Not for you, for me.
Well,
We are associated with you.
associated with you.
No, you're associated with Drac.
That's true.
As far as you know, Edon Canty doesn't exist.
I mean, yeah, true.
So, your family was spice traders?
Yes. They partook in trading spice.
No idea.
Understand that this is my adopted family.
That's kind of weird. Wouldn't your family have known about this, Gil? You actually have never heard of being in trade with the Everbright family.
Yeah, no. To be honest, no. But in my defense, I was kind of more cooped up doing magic than I was learning family business. My sister,
Your older sister or your
Yeah.
younger sister?
older sister, was more in charge of learning the family trade. Matt's brain has completely forgotten her name. Ilsenor, Eisenor, there it is. Was more in charge of family trade. I mean, just like Niana said, she was up the north trading, currently up there with the archipelagos.
Well, there are some more unsettling things I need to inform you all. Number one, the syndicate in which I work for, their reach ends here.
I mean, fair enough.
Or rather, it doesn't reach here. It ended before we left.
Fair enough.
The
Should
member that I met with just moments ago was very unhappy to see me venture here.
Should we be worried about the syndicate that resides in this town?
Incredibly so.
Hey, who are they then?
It's one of the dark guilds, and I say their name,
Which one?
which completely evades my
The
my
Forsaken.
grasp.
The Forsaken.
The Forsaken.
Knowledge.
History or local?
Should I roll too?
No, this is everyone else.
Okay.
I feel like I would have heard about the Everbrights before coming here from being on the ocean, but I didn't know they were doing business with Shea Isle, which flabbergasted me.
Yeah, you did it. You never knew about this. So you guys do know that the Forsaken, obviously are
Holy fucking John.
a dark guild. Jomini, however, Jean speaks up and he says, I mean, they're something along the lines of, they're probably the most well hidden dark guilds, save for Raven's Eye and everything. Like, strictly because it's very, very difficult to tell who is a member of the guild. There's no way of, there's no markings or anything. It's all, honestly, personality, which comes across as one thing, and then right as soon as, like, they have you, it switches and they show you their true nature.
Charming.
They're bipolar.
That's one way to put it.
They use their personalities and their charms to lure people in and eventually capture them and then do whatever they wish to do with them. So the way that I designed this guild around, think episode 1 of Akamega Kill.
Fair enough.
The noble family.
Yeah.
Got anything else for those of us who have not watched that anime?
So in Akamega Kill, Tatsumi, the main protagonist, and his 2 friends travel to the capital.
Have you seen Overwatch? Not Overwatch. Overlord.
Nope.
Okay.
You're really giving us nothing to work with here, Dave. So anyway, Tatsumi and his 2 friends move to the capital to look for jobs. He gets separated from them, but gets picked up by this noble family that's like, oh yeah, we can house you, we can do whatever we need to. Night Raid, which is the assassin guild that he eventually partners up with, comes in, raids the house, and then comes to find out that they're like crazy and they're fucking like capturing these people and torturing them to death.
Extremely two-faced.
Yeah. Highly recommend watching those 2 animes.
Oh yeah.
First Akamega Kill, because I think it's only 24 episodes. And then Overlord.
When I finish my current the current animes that I'm watching, I will watch them.
Oh, speaking of Cody, have you actually seen season 4 of Overlord?
I'm actually currently watching it.
Same.
Okay, good. Don't say anything about it. I haven't started it yet.
Okay, good.
Hi. Sorry I couldn't make it to the game, but I was just kind of feeling a little crummy, so I just kind of decided to come in here and see how the game went, I guess.
We're still going, but we're nearing the end of it.
Oh, okay.
All right. So anyway, so after Jean explains to everybody about the Forsaken Guild, proceed.
So, unfortunately, this does mean that we are going to skip our little escapade to Voimir.
I'm guessing the Syndicate has to have some sort of a plan? Or you have some sort of a plan?
Drac, it is your area. We are here for you. So you please just tell us what you need of us and we will just gladly follow. Because if this is a present danger to you, is a present danger to the rest of us.
Well, good. Then we shall continue as though nothing is changed. We just are no longer going to Volimir.
And
Sound good?
I'm guessing we're also going to steer clear of Molly?
No. To steer clear of her would be bring suspicion upon herself. If you see her, be polite. If she asks if you will go venture to Volmir, say, unfortunately, change of plans.
We got summoned elsewhere.
We have to be within the city of whatever, within the
Rudania.
day's end or something like that.
We have to be at Rudania in a certain time.
Exactly. Many of us plan to partake in the Tournament of Strength, I would assume,
I plan on it.
as do I.
Mm-hmm.
As for the plans around me and my sister, my sister will be presented a choice. She can meet with me in the next town over, or she can refuse, and that is completely her choice.
That is not at all what he said.
Isn't it?
No, he said that he was going to find a way to usher her to the capital.
Oh, okay. I misinterpreted it.
Yeah,
That's
no,
my
he is
fault.
going to find a way to get her into the city. How you approach her is up to you.
Okay. My sister will be within the capital. Once we arrive. And then I have to decide my own way to approach her.
Okay, so what about us? What do we do to help you?
I don't really think you can. Not in this endeavor.
Well, I know a thing or two about complicated family situations if you wish to talk.
I appreciate that. I may have some choice words for you later, but as of right now, I have a lot on my mind.
Fair enough.
Understandable.
And being within these city walls again has me a bit
On edge.
uneasy. Any questions or concerns?
Nay.
I understand that some of you may have your doubts about my current standings, considering my dealings with our arduous friend. Just know everything I do for the good of you, all of you. I hope you can trust in that.
As long as you keep us informed with what your plans are, once we get to Saipei, then we're good.
Right now, I have no plans. I more than likely will just simply walk up to my sister and converse with her. If things turn sour, I have means of escape, but I don't see any other way. If you have suggestions, please bring them forth. But I'm at a loss.
Fair enough.
How about we go ahead and sleep on it? We'll think of a plan tomorrow morning, and then we'll make our way to Saipei afterwards.
I like that.
Because I think just approaching your sister would be kind of counterintuitive.
Very.
Perhaps you're right.
But we
Remember-
shan't also do what my sister did, which was corner us in an alley.
A masked figure cornering you in the alley. That would go over well.
That is exactly what my sister did to me and John. Dear
It's kinda
Lord.
spooky, really.
I mean, dear Lord, she's lucky that we're all blue and it's so recognizable.
I kind of wish I was there for that.
It was entertaining.
Right. In that case, then, we'll figure this out tomorrow morning.
I
Agreed.
appreciate it.
Alright, so before everybody heads to bed, is there any private conversations that want to be done?
Draken and Ethel.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
everybody steps out for a little bit.
I feel it's necessary for me to tell you this. Or rather, ask you this. What do you plan on doing with the necklace now that you have it back?
You know, that's kind of been on my mind. Honestly, ever since I lost it. Because she, like, holds it up a little bit. And on one hand, it would be nice to stop having you guys involved in my condition, I would say. But then again, they've been very beneficial as of late. I mean, yeah, we had that one problem, but like so much important information is coming from my dreams. It's difficult to tell whether or not I should wear it or not.
If your concern is us, allow me to state this. Whether you wear the necklace or not, we are involved because we are involved in your life. We are all intertwined with or without the dreams. I can say for myself and for my comrades that we care deeply about you. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here.
Right.
So whether you wish to wear the necklace or not, we will respect your decision, or at least I will. And I will support whatever choice you make. If you want my opinion, I think you shouldn't wear it. I think you have the potential to grow from your dreams, as you have shown.
And considering that I can control them a little bit more,
It's
I
like a
don't-
skill you have to practice.
right. Unfortunately, none of you guys can really help me with that. Whoever this entity is that is in my dreams, she's the one who can help me with it. I think maybe I
Sure.
should try talking to her first. I guess I'll try doing that tonight then.
Don't push yourself too hard now. Alright?
Alright. She's gonna, like, get up and give you a friendly hug. Next time you see any of your syndicate friends, tell them thank you for their help.
Will do.
Jack eventually does leave. Rose comes back in. Everybody heads to bed for the day.
I was actually gonna say if I could talk with Anethil before we head to bed.
Okay. Go for it.
And to make sure the silent table spell is still up,
Fair enough.
we kick people out of the room. Wasn't sure when this might be a good time to bring it up, but I noticed something a bit odd today.
Which was it?
Well, isn't it a rather strange occurrence that as soon as Edon's contract with you-know-who is done, your necklace is suddenly found?
Well, I mean, we were on the ocean for 2 weeks.
And if it was stolen all the way back in Myril, how did it end up here?
And she, like, goes to say something, but, like, quickly shuts her mouth and says, yeah, that is a little weird.
Look, I don't really know how to say this, but I think he may have had something to do with the disappearance of your necklace. That con that he talked about was way too conveniently placed.
It would kind of make... Actually, that does make sense. If Drac was the one who stole my necklace, it would make sense as to... I mean, it kind of does line up. But what purpose would he have for stealing it? He didn't sell it, because...
This I don't have all the answers to, but the way things line up, he mysteriously gets a contract that he's not allowed to talk to us about from, well, you-know-who we think is a devil. Linked to your dreams. And then your necklace disappears. A necklace that's made to prevent you from dreaming. Or at least from pulling us into your dream.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Obviously, for whatever reason it is, he wanted you to continue pulling people into your dream.
Get answers.
I think so.
You think that's why he was so upset?
I think so. I didn't want to say it back. I didn't want to even talk to him back at the college or back at the library. But you know, when you put 1 and 1 together, the only answer is 2.
Hmm.
But at least you have it back now.
Yeah. That's what Drac was talking about. He was saying, you know, do with it as you wish, but I don't know. Rose, is me pulling you guys into my dreams really that much of a bother?
I never slept well to begin with. I tend to frequently have reoccurring nightmares. Have for the better part of the last 8 years. That said, when I do have dreams, I do tend to prefer to remember them. I'm not going to tell you one way or another what it is, whatever it is that you want to do. But if you want my opinion, I think it might be best if you do wear the necklace. At least it'll keep Jean out of your head and thus keep him out of your head.
I was kind of thinking similar to that. At some point, what I was planning on doing was I'm planning on getting in contact with the dream lady and see if like she can teach me a few things. Because
Certainly,
she keeps saying things about like, oh, you're not ready and you need to learn more and blah blah blah.
well, it would certainly be easier for her to teach you if it was the two of you one-on-one. I don't think the rest of us being around really helps too much. It seems like we pull our own nightmares into the equation.
That's kind of what I was thinking. So I was going to see if I can contact her tonight and like start scheduling meetups and stuff. Because I'm starting to learn a little bit more how to control my dreams. It's really, really slow though.
Well, you have to start somewhere. Learning a new thing is never easy.
Right.
I can't tell you how many times I messed up when I was learning to do surgeries.
Right. But
Lots of unfortunate specimens.
once I figure out, what I can do and if she can teach me all these things, that's when I'll start thinking more into whether or not I want to wear the necklace.
Did you ever kill anybody with kill 3 people with one surgery?
But your theory about Jack kind of does make sense, though. Gil actually kind of thought something along the same lines, that him and Jean really aren't trustworthy.
Say that again, please.
More along the lines of like, Gil kind of said something along the same lines, saying that, he doesn't really think Jean and Drac are very trustworthy in our current situation.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Having someone in your group that can, well, eavesdrop on you without even knowing it, or rather, by doing it unconsciously, is not a good thing. And if we are right, or if I am right, and he is a devil, that makes him most definitely evil, and an enemy of Avalon.
Fortunately, there's nothing we can really do about him, especially with Jean.
Only thing we could really do is tell people in higher positions than us.
I just really don't want to leave him out of it. I mean, yeah, he has this connection with Typhul, but, he's still part of us.
I know how you feel. I want to help him. I do. But I also feel that it would be best for us to remain cautious with what we say around him.
Right.
I think we should probably try and get to Algaroth about as soon as we can. I don't think in our current trajectory, I don't think we would have enough time to go all the way to Algaroth and then all the way back to Bredania for the festival. But afterwards, we do have time.
It'll be close, but we'll have to see once we reach the Shadowlands.
Precisely. I want to talk with Opal about this as soon as I am able to.
There's a couple of things that I want to ask her too. Same with Gil. There's just a lot of things that we have to think about.
That there is. That there is.
But I think we should mainly focus on the task at hand first, getting Drac in and out of here as quickly as possible. And safely as possible.
Agreed. It is a little bit of a shame. This area is quite nice.
Oh well. We'll figure it out. Good night, Rose.
Good night, Anethel.
Alright, so, with the looming threat of the Forsaken upon the continent in which our heroes rest, and a plan stirring in everyone's minds as many, many questions are left unanswered, and a task to right the wrongs of Edon Canty. We're going to go ahead and find out how everything unravels next week.
On Dragon Ball Z.
So thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Next week, again, every week from here on out, every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, episode 27 shall air. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week at the Silent Table.
Man,
Bye-bye.
Getting spicy.
Bye.